Hey, buddy. How you doing, buddy? I am Charles Andrews. I want to let you know, I want to talk today about something called royalty, or royalty, or royalty. It's one of these little things right here. Actually, you'll see two. Now, I'm going to tell you the story of my royalty or tie and how it got to be in my possession, or how these got to be in my possession. You see two. Well, there's one that's not with me, and I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. Hi, my name is Charles. Hey guys, if you want to do something good for me, you want to help me out, go on over to Patreon and become a supporter. Okay guys, here's what my Patreon page looks like. Here's all the supporters I got. Absolutely none. I'd like you to be the first one. Just make sure you go right here, www.patreon.com/CE Andrews. Be one of these patrons. Help me. You know, look. It costs no more than $5. $5. Come on, guys. That's 17 cents a day. Now you could do 10, you could do 20, you could do all the way up to 50, 100. You can even do 500 and 1,000 if you want to. But if you can just start right here with the $5 a month, $5 a month. Oh yeah, and that'll get your name on every video you do. So if you're in the marketing, it would help out. Look, I ain't got time. I got to get back to my video, which I'm starring in. So handle that business. All right, thank you. A friend of mine named Tyra Speaks. She's a poet, wonderful lady. She was calling me up and she was asking me, well, have you heard about this product called royalty? I said, no, I haven't heard of it. She said, well, it's great. What it is, it's a marketing tool, yada, 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 blase, blase. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I just don't. And then she got to talking, and you know, my little head started churning. I started thinking, I could probably make some money off that because that's what I do. I'm a marketer. I'm a digital marketer. In fact, you can check me out on patreon.com. You can support me. Patreon.com/CEA Andrews. It's in the description below. What I did was I said, okay, I'm going to get one. After further conversation with her, I said, you know what? If it works as well as it does, I might as well go ahead and get 3 because it's a great deal. So I said, I'll order 3. All right. Now I had I think it was like 130, 123, something like that. I had the money in my bank account. I didn't have a problem with it. But that's about all I had in my account. Okay, so anyhow, well, after talking to her, we went ahead and we signed the deal, and then I became an affiliate under her, yada, 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 blase, blase. So I waited a day, because she said it's going to be like 5 to 10 days before they got in contact with you and you got your stuff. So I was like, cool, no problem. So I waited a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Now, at 5 days, I said, okay, they're going to be getting in contact with me. And I've been telling people about the royalty. I've been telling people how it's going to help them and how it's going to do some great stuff for them. And still hadn't heard from anybody. Still had not heard from nobody. So, 6th day, 7th day, 8th day, 9th day, 10th day. This is honest. 11th day, 12th day, 13th, 14th. So I went online about the 12th, 13th, 14th day, and I started looking at videos concerning royalty and all the people that were, promoting it and sponsoring it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. You guys look very, very hinky. You look very shady. You really, really do. It is not how you promote a product the way you were doing it. It looked very, very shady. And I can say that honestly because, well, I hadn't gotten my product yet, so everything looked very shady. You know what I'm saying? So I emailed. I went online. There was this gentleman. I don't know his name, but I went online and I saw him, and I went into the comments and hey, I put my ad in. I put my order in for 3. Haven't heard from you guys in 15 days. Now I don't say that you guys are criminals because you haven't taken the money out of my account. Okay? And he's like, hey, and he hit me back really, really fast. Hey, you're gonna be okay. It's cool. So believe it or not, after talking to him, this lady emailed me she messaged me about 4 o'clock in the morning. I guess that's Canadian time. But she messaged me about 4 o'clock in the morning, and she said, hi, this is such and such, so-and-so. Want to get you started on your royalty, your doodle mohickeys. I said, great. So the next day I called back Tyrus, because I really just gave royalty the royal treatment there. But she said, told Tyrus about it. And Tyrus said, cool. And then Tyrus is Tyrus Speaks. If you get the opportunity to check her out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, she's a great person. But anyhow, she's wonderful. I waited. I said, well, this is going to be good now because they got in contact with me, right? And I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited. Another 3, 4, 5 days went by. Now, this time, money was getting funny, change was getting strange. You know what I'm talking about? So, it turns out that I had spent that $123. And lo and behold, just when I spent it, just when it was done, over, no money in my account, then they say, hey, we tried to send it to you. We tried to debit your account, but you didn't have any money in it. Maybe it was because your bank account wouldn't allow it from Canada. I'm like, huh? What that got to do with anything? PayPal is worldwide. You know, again, hinky. So I was like, oh well. So anyhow, I forgot about it. Totally forgotten about it. Hadn't thought about it one iota after that. And you know, I'd stopped talking about it. I went on to do other things like promote the fact that I'm on Patreon, and if you get the opportunity to, it's www.patreon.com. C.E. Andrews. Yeah, check that out. Become a Patreon supporter. It's only like $5 a month, 17 cents a day. You can't lose. So lo and behold, one day I was on my internet, my intranet, and it was a message from FedEx. FedEx had sent me a message saying, "Hey, you got a shipment in 2 days from Royalty." A shipment in 2 days from Royalty. I gave up on those guys. Okay, yeah, whatever. I didn't put any thought into it. So, lo and behold, 2 days later. No, wait. The 2 days later, when that last day was here, I figured out, well, you know what? They're gonna do what they always do. Nobody's gonna come. But here's the thing that really set that off. Because when I did that, when I said that in my head, I got a call at like 7 in the morning from FedEx saying, "Hey, are you blah 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 blah?" No, I'm not blah 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 blah. Okay. Well, they asked me some qualifying questions, and then I answered them, and of course it wasn't my name or information. So I was like, "Oh, see, they had lied to me." They told me on the email that I was gonna get it, and of course it didn't. So I'm in my office where I am right now. FedEx came in and they actually gave me a package with my name on it. Now, first off, it had royalty on it, so I hurried up and opened up the package. But here's the thing. I thought the lady who had called me was being very hanky. You know, I'm telling you guys, when you're not forthcoming with it, people are gonna, when you're not, expedient with your information, people are gonna think that you're hinky because there are a lot of shady people out there. But I thought the lady who had called me was from Royalty and was I the person who I said I was going to, but actually it was from FedEx. They really wanted to know, and I'll tell you about that in a second as to why I know it was from FedEx. Well, I opened up my package and I went through all the things. Now, mind you, I hadn't sent Royalties any money, not a dime, and they still sent me my stuff. I guess because I had caused such a confusion, they sent me my stuff. Anyway, moving along. So I set up everything, and I get to how I set it up, and I set up everything, and then, well, what happened after that was, I said, does this stuff even work? So I put all my, my links in, yada, 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 and I didn't know if it would work or not, because there was no way to figure it out if it would work. And then, what happened? What happened after that? Oh, yeah. And then I went, and I remembered that same guy that I emailed, I watched his video, and he said, hey, guys, I found a way to track it. Track your links to see if people are clicking on them. He says use Bitly, and so I said, you know what? He's right. I thought about that, so I went on the Bitly, and I went on the Bitly, and when I went there, I went ahead and put everything in Bitly like I was in Bitly like I was supposed to, and lo and behold, God, I guess I'm just a little bit high. What's that word when you're worried about if people following you? A little paranoid. Anyhow, I don't trust people very much. So I went on, I put my links on Bitly, and lo and behold, it started churning. The Bitly churns start coming in, right? And I'm saying to myself, wow, this isn't my, because when I tried to do it, I couldn't see anything. I didn't know if it was me or not. I couldn't see anything on my phone. I did the whole thing on my phone. It didn't work. To me, it didn't work. But on Bitly, it started moving around. It started moving and moving and moving. I was 30, 40, 45. I'm like, wow, this thing is really working. Or Bitly, which I thought Royalty didn't have anything to do with. I thought Bitly just had blank links and people were just checking on them, every now and again. So I'm making a long story long, aren't I? Anyhow, so as I go along, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it on Bitly. Now I'm going to put these in, and see if they're working, because I'm thinking that, well, maybe Bitly is doing it and it's not royalties. So what I did was I went and I put in a dummy one on Bitly. I just put in a link. I shortened up my URL on the video, and lo and behold, nothing happened. So that proved to me that it wasn't Bitly going out there, putting those posts in. It had to be royalties. It had to be. So that was my conclusion, that it had to be royalties. So these royalties, I have 3 of them. So I started thinking to myself, and now what I want to do is I want to show you something. Here are the this right here. This is the 3 links that I have on royalties. So I put them in there. And remember now, you guys, you got to use HTTPS links only. If you try something with HTTP, if your original link is HTTP, it won't work. Like if you go to a website and it's HTTP and you try to connect it with a Bitly that's HTTPS, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna do the linking back. But anyhow, like I said, these are my 3. So I put those in there, and I'm telling you guys, the numbers just started rolling in. They really did. They just started rolling in. So I was thinking, well, I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced. Me being as pessimistic as I can possibly be. So what I did was, I said to myself, I put that fake one in, and it didn't go anywhere. So I said, yeah, it's a real deal. So what I did is, I want to show you, first I want to show you my stuff on. See, this is me. This is all of the numbers that I'm getting. I'm getting all these kind of numbers. Let me roll it up a little bit so you can see. Now you see this right here? You see this right here, this link right here? I had just done that. It says 3 a.m., but that's not really true, because it's not 3 a.m. yet over here. I guess it's using another timetable of some sort. But anyhow, this link right here, I took one of my Bitlys out. Not one of my Bitlys. One of my bit links out. One of my royalties out. And I went down to the corner. Now I don't know if they tell you to do this or not, but I went down to the corner and I placed it up on top of the light switcher, the light changer. I placed it up on top of there to see if it's changing. Because here's what I'm looking at. Since I've done my stuff, I got 28 hits here. And the reason I know they're good is because there's one in Canada. And the one that's in Canada is Bitly checking to make sure the link is good. And like here on another video, I've only got 3. And of course, one is in Canada. You can't see that. Yeah, one is in Canada. And on this one here, I've got 7. You can't see it, but one is in Canada. And now this one here, which is really doing well, I've got 50, 55, 56. One is in Canada. You're always going to get one in Canada because they're checking to see to make sure the links are good. Okay, they don't want you putting out there any porn or anything that's going to hurt their reputation at all, which is, I find to be cool. But to let you know that I have done this video, and I want you to see that we have this right here. We have a total of, let me bring this down, a total of 94, 92, and 90. 94 clicks, 90.2 dark traffic, 90 US. So most of my stuff is coming from the US, except those 3 that are coming from Canada. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this run all night long. This is Friday night, so I'm going to let it run Saturday, and I'm going to get an update to see if I'm going to get an update to see how well it's doing. So we'll look at these numbers here. Look at these numbers. Hold on, let me get back over there. Look at these numbers right here. You see 94. What's that? 92, 94. Wait, so 94, 92, 90. Now look over here. This is 2 clicks. Friday the 21st, the July 20th. See, and here we have right here 56. I have that that one that's right here. That 1 click today, the 22nd. I guess it's reading as the 22nd because wherever they are, it might be 3 hours or 1 or 2 hours ahead. So that might make some sense. Or 4 hours ahead because it said a.m., 3 a.m., wherever it is. So let's see if it's if it is 10 o'clock here and it's 3 o'clock there, or if it was 11 o'clock here and 3 o'clock there, I don't know where it is. But anyhow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an update so that tomorrow I'm going to do an update and you can see if these links have changed, any numbers have gone, because it's just one of these, and I think it is this one here. Yeah, it's this one. Let me get back. I'm sorry. It's this one here. It's the one that this link right here. Why? Because I see that click right there. That click right there. That's to let me know that it's gotten 1 click from somewhere, and I just placed it outside. Okay, so we'll check tomorrow and see what's going to happen. Now I'm going to have just to let you know that I'm doing this all legitimately. Sorry. Just to let you know that I'm doing all of this legitimately. I'm going to have the links below of what the bitleys that I used. I'm going to have pretty much everything that I can put in a link down below, so you can check it. But I'll give you an update tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow evening this time, 24 hours. We'll see what happens. Okay, guys. Well, I'm out of here right now. Y'all stay blessed. I'm Charles Andrews. Make sure you check me out on Facebook. You can check me on Facebook. You can check me on YouTube. Please subscribe. If you get a chance to subscribe, you get a chance to like the video, like the video. If you don't like the video, say, hey, I don't like it. It's not going to do me one bit or the other. I'm not going to cry if you don't like it. I'll just try to do better. The other thing is patreon.com, so I don't have to continually try to find new ways to make $1 to pay my bills, okay? I need to do this. I need to do this for a living. I'm a marketer, but it's important that you get on Patreon. Patreon.com/C Andrews. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Guys, I need your support. I went to whatever. It doesn't matter what I did, but I have been really having a desire to make this happen, and I realize it's crowdfunding that's going to do it. So if you want to be a part of that, you want to be a part of the process, you want to be a part of the movement, not a part of the hindrance, please be a part of the Charles Andrews. That's patreon.com/C Andrews, or look me up on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all them places. All right, peace. I'm out. Guys, I forgot to tell you, I kind of skipped one, left something out. Royalties, they did charge me eventually. Yeah, they got that 123 out in my account. Yes, they did. It's like they did it like the day that I said I wonder if they forgot me. They got it out. All right, so don't think you're going to get away with it. They going to get their money, honey. Right, really, I'm gone this time. No, really. No.